Hey guys, Ajax here, back in another episode of Yokai Watch Jam, Y Academy. Last time we started off the DLC, and we actually met the new student, Kuka and we actually toured her around the school so she can, check it out. But it seems like she was somewhat familiar with some of the stuff, because it turns out it was actually Kumiko, who was actually the old, leader of the Y Lab in a way. But, of course, the squad doesn't know that. Or do they? But we'll never know until the story points it out, of course. But anyway, we got her on the squad last time. She doesn't have a Yokai hero, so I won't really be using her. So, yeah. Wondering if I should switch up the team. Because I've had, Fubuki on for a long time. I'm looking at their defense. It doesn't really show their defense. What about when they're transformed? I don't know. Why is it showing 0 for everyone's defense except Kuka's? Oh, it's probably because I don't put those stupid clothes things on them. That's probably what it is. Anyway, we're gonna put our boy Koma on. Dang it, and I know what's happening this episode, so Ranto needs to be on here, and so does Kuka, believe it or not. Even without a not a YSP hero, but a Yokai hero, we still need her. But anyway, so right now it wants us to strengthen our countermeasures against the aliens. So we actually have to do these 3 quests. It's not in a mystery style, it's more of a mission style. So again, there's not 7. Dang, Fubuki's talking pretty loudly, so I'm trying to think, sorry. But anyway, we're gonna start with this one right here. I'm really hyped to do this one because I know what it is. So, I want to say another thing. First, we need to make our way up here to the student council building. In the anime, they met Kuka a lot earlier than this. Like, remember when we were doing the camping episode? Like, that earlier. In the anime, they met her earlier, like I said. But in the game, they saved her for DLC 1, so she would be a playable character then. I guess that's somewhat of a smart move, but I would have preferred them just to put her earlier, but it's whatever. Oh yeah, right, I took the Koma-san hats off. I was like, why? What's going on? Yeah, I took the Koma-san hats off, so take you off, you too, Koma. You as well, Koma. But anyway, we gotta go up here. So, yeah, first, we gotta strengthen our countermeasures. So we're gonna do, there's only 3 of them, so we'll do 1 for each episode. That's how I do it. I know I said it's not gonna be in a mystery style for the rest of the game. It really won't be. Like, you have little missions you have to do here and now, but most of it is still, like, this game runs on missions mostly. You can't just, like, walk around. Like, I know some games you walk to a certain point and it activates it automatically, but no, in this game you have to, like, it's asking, are you sure you would like to continue here, you know? But anyway, this happens differently from the anime, so please forgive me if I'm not understanding what is happening. Real quick though, did I set Wild Boy on? Yeah, I've been using Wild Boy a lot more. I'm not gonna lie, he's probably, I like using him better than Kengo Benimaru because his long-ranged attacks. Okay. But anyway, yeah, like I said, Kuka is Kumiko, the old, basically leader of the Y Lab. Of course, no one notices, apparently, because, remember she used to be a lot chubbier and rounder. Not saying nothing about her. She was still, adorable back then, but she, made herself more skinny and changed her body so she would be able to fight alongside Ranto, against the aliens. But, of course, he has no idea of that. Or does he? We'll never know until it's mentioned. But anyway, we gotta make our way here to the, I forget what they're called. I'm gonna just call them the super cool hacker girls, because that's like what the episode was called. So we actually have to go over there. It's times like this I wish I did have those rocket boots, because in my main file I actually do have the rocket boots. Like I said, they're only 100 Y drops. I only have 32 Y drops. How you get Y drops, like I said, is basically like, if I play the game every day and do a lot of stuff, depending on how well or how many missions you did or whatever, or thumbs up, you get a certain amount of Y drops. So, like, if you play this game every day while doing, like, tons of missions, like, if you did, like, I say, like, 7-ish missions every day, you should at least get, like, maybe, this is an estimate, like, maybe 4 to 6 Y drops. It varies. I'm not too sure how it works. But, yeah, so we gotta talk to the super cool hacker girl. Remember that episode? That was actually really cool. Alright, so, and then Kuka's actually like, wow, this place looks really cool. So, and the last spot we have to go to is the Y-Kin, aka the Y-Lab. You guys remember the main gameplay when I kept thinking the Y-Kin meant that one YouTuber, not YouTuber, Y-Tuber, because in their world they don't have YouTube, they have Y-Tube, which is, literally sounds the same. That one Y-Tuber, whose name is Yokokin, and I thought they were talking about him the entire time. Anyway, we've got to make our way down here to the, stairs. Now, let me show you something real quick. Now, if you try talking to him as Jinpei, he won't do anything, but that's why you need Kuka. Then, if you talk to him as Kuka, he'll start talking more dialogue, and he actually, for a second, he's like, you remind me of someone I once worked with, like my old lab partner. And, yeah, it seems like even he notices a bit like, he's not 100% sure, like, oh, like, he never does find out that this is Kumiko. I'll tell you, this guy, he never does. I can't tell you for the rest, we'll figure that out anyway. But, yeah, like, he just looks like, okay. He's like, you look familiar, but I guess it's just me. So anyway, now we can start the mission. Now, this mission is pretty tough. It's pretty tough and different from the anime, but don't worry, we're gonna get really cool stuff. But you do need Ranto on the squad for this mission, keeping that in mind. You cannot start without Ranto. We're taking Kuka off because she will not be any use. Probably go with Chiaki, of course, and, it's the squad we're rolling with. Indeed, it will be. So we're 6 minutes in, and I bet you're wondering, why can't I do all 3 missions? Again, these missions vary in time, and by the time I finish this mission, the video will at least be at 15 minutes anyway. So, yeah, let's make our way over to this snowy area. So, yeah. Again, I know I have to stress this enough. It happens so much differently in the anime. So, like, sometimes I will not know what's going on till it literally, like, let's say Jinpei punches Matro in the face in the summer location at the beach in the anime. I won't know that that's happening until he punches him in game. So, like, let's say they're here in the snow area, then he punches him in the face. I'm like, oh yeah, that's from the anime. Just here now. Jinpei never punches Matro, to my knowledge, so I was just using that as an example. Of course, Jinpei over here busting a move. Well, we're over here to look for something. Again, it's done differently in the... I think it's done differently in the anime. I just said that, but I'm going to keep saying it. I don't know exactly. I think they're over here just to, like, look for something, or, like, basically, like, get some info. But now you're over here like, hey, UFO, need you over here real quick. Imagine being able to summon UFOs like that. Just raise your hand and say, hey, yo, UFO, get over here. And why do they call it a UFO? I obviously know it's an unidentified flying object. Duh. I messed it. That was a good joke, though. And he's like, look, it's a UFO, and that thing is... Every time I see it, it's just so cool looking. I like how they did UFOs compared to how they generically look. Oh no! Who could have saw this coming? Big Black, again. This is like... What, like the 4th time we're fighting him now? Now the alien is about to attack, Kuka, but... Ranto, is shielding her from it. And, Jinpei and Como are about to, but that alien just swiped at them like crap. They're just like, dang it, he swiped at us. We can't go over there, guys. Of course, it's probably more intense than what it is. You can actually see Jinpei and Como looking like they're ready to fight that alien. And Ranto's looking like, this thing is much stronger than what I thought it was. And Kuka's like, because remember that she is Kumiko. She's like, I came back to Y Academy to help Ranto. Yet I'm being just as useless as I was when I was first here. She's like, I need to help him. She's saying, Ranto, use this medal. It's an overdrive medal. And we actually get a new transformation medal. Deep Shadow Galaxy. Now, he was actually the name I kept saying in that one episode where I kept accidentally saying Miss Shadow's name wrong, and I kept accidentally saying Deep Shadow Galaxy. That was the spoiler. That lets you know how far ahead I was thinking already. Like, that was so early in the gameplay. Now that spoiler is uncovered, you can rest assured at night that you know what the spoiler was. Yo, he's going Super Saiyan. Nah, I'm messing. That joke would probably be so easy to make. Deep Shadow Galaxy. Oh yeah, here he is. Oh, he's so dope looking. Deep Shadow Galaxy is basically like a more upgraded version of Mist Shadow, if that wasn't clear. But the question is, why does... Well, we already know that Kuka is Kumiko, but they're not really questioning like, why did she have that medal? They're like, whatever. Like, at least it's helping us out. Alright, let's take down Big Black once more. So what's this, Big Black 4? 5? Who knows? No, I'm kidding. It's only Big Black 2, I think. Because they only have two models of him, I guess. Yeah, Big Black 2. So anyway, they want you to use Deep Shadow Galaxy for this, but he really isn't my style for this one. I'll eventually use him, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to rely on Wild Boy for this one, because now not only do you have to worry about Big Black, you also have to worry about his little alien buddies. So I'm going to leave the long-ranging, gunslinging to our boy, Wild Boy. Twilight Barrage. Oh, crap. Yeah, and these missions are much tougher, so when you get in the DLC, it's not going to be a cakewalk. You better make sure you're leveled up. Wild Act, and that alien just got so in the way that it didn't even get close to Big Black. Move. Back up. Oof. See, this is why I'm using Wild Boy instead of Deep Shadow Galaxy. Don't get me wrong, he is super cool, but he's a he's a close range fighter, so I can't fight him. I can't fight Big Black like good enough. Don't get me wrong, I can play close to range, like that's what I do with Kengo Benimaru and whatnot, but like when missions like this and enemies like him, you gotta be a little long range, so yeah. You can use Deep Shadow Galaxy in your gameplay if you feel confident enough to do so. Me, I'm gonna save him. Like, don't worry, Ranto is like probably gonna be a permanent team member anyway, so I don't plan to take him off. We'll have other opportunities to use him. See, and as you can see, Wild Boy is mashing his health. Yeah, not saying Deep Shadow Galaxy isn't strong, but he only has one move now anyway, which is Comet Lance. It's strong, but again, it's only one move, and you know these moves have to recharge anyway, so if we could spam it back to back, that's one thing, but you know you have to wait in between. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on the battle and talk to you guys at the same time. Multitasking. Oh, dang it, Ranto is down, but as you can see, Big Black is so distracted on Wild Boy that the others can heal up and do as they please without having to worry. Kill 2 aliens in that same fire. But yeah, in the anime, it was much different. So, like I said, they met, like, Kuka way earlier, like, when they were camping. And there were 2 camping episodes. In the second episode, that's one that, ape that we fought on the roof that took, Emma because her hair looked like bananas. I know I'm saying a lot of random stuff, and you would have to watch to understand the context. Like, watch the episodes and whatnot. Hopefully you have been up to this point. But, if you remember that, if I remember, that ape was trying to fight Ranto because they were actually hunting for mushrooms. And what happened was, he wasn't strong enough, so Kuka actually gave, Ranto the, Deep Shadow Galaxy medal because she had the same talk with herself, like, I came here to help Ranto, not be a nuisance to him. I think I'm trying to remember, was it the monkey that Ranto was fighting? To my knowledge, it was. I think it was the monkey. I keep calling it a monkey. I think it was an ape. But monkeys and them are kind of the same in some regard. Sorry, I don't know too much about animals. Okay, hit him now with Twilight Barrage. I totally biffed that. Now I have to move back. Yeah, if you hit him during that, you'll get a chance. Holy crap. They're all red in health right now. I'm trying to distract Big Black so he comes after me. Twilight Barrage. But yeah, so far this has been a pretty cool episode actually. Deep Shadow Galaxy. And you gotta remember, this is the DLC, so we're getting new forms, new characters, and everything. And this might be a little bit of a spoiler in itself, but Deep Shadow Galaxy won't be the only new form / character we unlock this episode. I mean, this DLC, I mean. Also including Kuka, because she's a new character as well. So Kuka, Deep Shadow Galaxy, if you think that's it on the new stuff, don't worry, this DLC has a bunch more new characters for us to get on the squad. And when I say characters, I mean transformations as well, so they are characters in their own regard. As you can see, we're actually getting them down really low. Yeah, if I was using Deep Shadow Galaxy, this wouldn't have gone so quickly. So I recommend, if you're trying to like fight strategically and get it done faster, I'd say use Wild Boy, or grind the crap out of your characters. Either way works. I'm only doing one though. Back up, back up, back up! Oh, that got me. See, that's why you need to either stop him from doing that, or back up. And you see, I've been transformed the entire time. Usually his purple bubbles would have touched me by now, and I would have untransformed. And why do I keep missing that? Oh my goodness. Usually you don't have to aim these, they're kind of auto. Wild Act. Twilight Brush. Bouncing Disc. Yeah, we're about to be done with them, but yeah, we got Deep Shadow Galaxy. Wild Act. Oof. Bust a move. Oof. And we did it. Hyper B is always finishing these enemies off. Chiaki's always the one getting the final hit. Watch the CPU's doing that on purpose. The CPU's like, I'm only programmed to get the last hit to be a jerk. I'm messing, but yes, we got Deep Shadow Galaxy. Sorry I didn't really use him too much. Like I said, it wouldn't have went as fast as it just did if I were. Like, see how this, like, at this point it is about to be 17 minutes in. It would have been probably freaking 25 minutes in if I would have used him. But don't worry, he's still strong and you should still use him. Definitely. Don't think just because you can't really use him here that, he's useless. He's not in any regard. Like, he's not in any regard useless is what I'm saying. So, like, in the anime, the UFO wasn't even there. Like, it was just Kuka and Ranto in the woods fighting that ape. Well, it was more Ranto fighting the ape and Kuka just trying to help. Our boy Jinpei and Kuma are just conversating. And throughout the episode, she was wondering, should I tell Ranto that I am Kumiko? Or would that blow my cover? Because originally, you remember, Ranto, when she was still in her other form, he was telling her, you shouldn't be here, I don't want you to get hurt. And she's thinking that if she told Ranto that she was Kumiko, that she would have to go home or leave. And those two are gone. Yeah, so he realized that he's like, you're her, aren't you? Yeah, Ranto isn't exactly one of those characters who would probably let this slide. But he's the only one who's noticed. So everyone else, to my knowledge, for the rest, they're just like, oh, okay, new character. And she actually hurt her ankle. He's giving her a piggyback ride. He's like, come on. Because whenever she was still in her other form, he would sometimes give her piggyback rides. I really like that. It's kind of like sentimental in a way, because it's like their memories they had, but it's differently now. And now he's holding her on his back. And she's remembering like old times when she's remembering old times when he did this. And he actually says, he said, "You're a bit lighter to carry now." And she's like, so he does remember. I mean, he obviously did, because he was like, "You're her," but she's crying tears of joy because she's glad that Ranto accepts her for who she is now. And I like that. It's nice, because if it wasn't obvious before, Kumiko has a crush on Ranto. I don't know if that was obvious, but it is apparently now. Kuka has a crush on Ranto, so just keep that in mind. Seems like all the girls go after the main characters. Like, Emma wants Jinpei, Kuka wants Ranto, and I can't think of any more examples. And yes, Deep Shadow Galaxy is now playable. And yeah, so we didn't really get to use him in there, so we'll do a little quick fight real quick, and then I'll call it quits for the episode. So here he is. He only has Comet Lance equipped right now. We are really far away from the school. We're like over here in the snow area, but we'll teleport right here in front of the school, so next time we'll be generally in the area, because most of these missions require you to be over here. This was one of the ones that required you to like be far out a little bit, but yeah, that's a nice little thing. I like that Ranto, like at first I was a little upset. I'm like, oh, is he not gonna notice that that's Kumiko? But then when he did, he's like, you're lighter now. I'm like, he knew. But anyway, real quick, we're going to test out our boy Deep Shadow Galaxy. I know this is like a really low-ranked enemy. Dang it, let me hurry before they kill them all. Alright, see, there's one more just for him, so I don't know what I'll be proving by slaying such a low-level enemy, but yeah. Dang it, we didn't get to do it. Dang it, you guys, why are you still by Thunder? Oh, and they actually have a conversation. He's talking about how he got his power-up medal. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, look, there's an empty slot. Who could that be? Maybe we'll find out next episode, maybe we won't. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and next episode we will continue strengthen our power against fighting the aliens. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.